I've known for a really long time that as I walk through the world, I notice colors. I've always wanted the ability to take a color from one spot and move it physically next to a different color. I think art enables me to do that in my own way on a smaller scale. I've always pursued art. When I was a kid, I drew a lot. I really enjoyed putting colors in order, so the art materials were always like something that I was drawn to visually. You go into an art store and you see the arrangement of markers or the colored pencils, and as a kid, just seeing that color order was what drew me to the process. I think I always used art as a means of regulating and calming myself down, and I'd get lost in my own world of just putting one thing next to each other in a satisfying way. My brain requires that rearrangement of color and objects. I am autistic and I have ADHD, so I often use the short term ADHD.
Why are you stepping on the leg? It feels good.
I did not realize that I was neurodivergent until a couple years ago, after both of my kids were diagnosed autistic. It's thrown our family off a bit. It's not something that we had predicted. It's not something we knew anything about. Vancouver has so many gorgeous parks everywhere. And that's my daughter's class.
You know, Nina's had a big morning with a lot of big emotions, recognizing how to give and receive space and things. And it's a constant dance with our friend, Amy.
You want to do a primal scream in the ravine with me? Okay. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh, that felt good. Should we race to the car? Oh, you're winning. But here comes Mama coming up from behind! Oh, I pulled something. Oh, you won again.
It's important to teach my kids that like doing their best means that some days aren't their best. You know, it's like you can't always do your best when you're not in control totally. No screaming, okay?
Okay.
We got our primal scream out. Dave! You need goalie, I will be goalie. I am excellent goalie. I connected with the Lego group in September. When the collaboration started taking shape and I found out that they wanted me to make something for Basel, it was really a life-changing moment. My brain never stops. Like a train station or an airport is how I describe it. Thoughts arriving and departing at all times, but I'm not the one in charge of them. They come and they go at all times, just constantly. And I kind of hop on one and ride it to the next thought and hop on another one. When I am making, that's the only time that I can really calm it. It's the only time where I'm just present and doing what's in front of me without worrying about the 10 million thoughts that are constantly going. Are you sure you're not cold?
Yeah.
Okay. Mama's paying extra attention. Oh, jelly mushrooms.
We want to touch one. You can.
Okay, but I gotta take a picture of this because
But they're poisonous.
this is what Mama wants to look for. I'm getting color and texture inspiration for the piece right now. I'm interested in materials. I'm interested in responding to things.
No.
Okay. My process is one of seeing a material and then having that material spark something and say, oh, what can you do with that? How can you transform that? What does it have the potential to be? And then working with it to find some hidden quality, like the thing that makes that thing itself, the thing that's most intrinsic to it. Bringing that out, highlighting it, or subverting it. This is the largest piece that I have ever made. My initial concept for the piece was to bring the BC forest to Miami. Regulating natural environments is a place where I feel calm. When I think about what Lego bricks do for me, it's a similar sense of agency that it provides. I like making art that people can touch and interact with.
Whoa, what about this ship? All we need to do is add some pieces on.
My son was 3. He was really into Lego bricks at the time. It was just Lego set after Lego set after Lego set, and all he ever wanted to do was build. He has taught me a lot. He knows how to use the pieces in ways that I don't. He can build sets like I can't at all. Who's better at sets, me or you?
If you look closely, it's actually a green base. The color makes it stand out in a good way.
I owe you a lot. Toys like Lego bricks give kids like my kids who need agency. They actually need it to survive. Like they have an intense survival drive driven by autonomy. Like they need to be autonomous. And we had to learn that as parents, that like they're not gonna be the type of kids that we can say, you do this, and then they'll do it. They have to be able to do it themselves. One day, he handed me this block of Lego bricks, and he said, I want you to have these colors. I think you'll like these colors. It was like a light bulb. And I said, oh, this is just color. These are just pieces of color. And if I use them just as color, then I can use them like I've been using paint or colored pencils or my collage materials, and I can just make art with them. I have an instinct for like which 2 pieces should go next to each other to create a vibration in your eye. Every piece I put down informs the next. It's like a call and a response, a call and a response, a call and a response. What I have learned in the process of using the Lego bricks as an art material is that they're far more versatile than I thought initially. Learning all the different ways to attach and learning all the ways that you can layer and build color depth has been really interesting. I can build a lot of texture and structure that can be read as linear elements, that can be read as big color fields. A collaboration with the Lego Group will launch me to a completely different audience, one of the biggest art stages in the world.
Being at Basel has been absolutely a surreal experience. I've worked so hard, so many years, and this has been a thing that I couldn't ever envision myself at. This is a dream come true, to do something that you love and have people recognize you for it.
I love you. I miss them so much. Good art has 3 transformations. 1, the artist transforming the material. So I'm trying to make these Lego bricks into something greater than their individual thing. If the artist does that well, they're transformed in the process. When you make work, you come away with something saying, oh, now I understand something better about myself, about my material, about how others receive it. And using the Lego bricks as a material, as one of my mediums, I've expanded something in myself. I've transformed. The audience is the 3rd transformation. They see it and they're changed by it. They walk away saying, oh, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna look at my Lego bricks differently now. I'm gonna see what I can do with them. I'm gonna put them together in a different way.
It's time to get excitement.
Your bag, Nina, take your snack. yeah, I mean, it's such a small thing. It's such a small thing, just putting 2 colors, 4 colors next to each other and saying, like, this can be something. And I feel like all the little pieces can be something if they're put together. It's just so cool to know that big ideas can come from small, tiny starts. And yeah, I mean, that's like what a Lego brick is. It's the start of something. And that's really exciting.